These are tough acts to follow. It is such an incredible honor to have the ability to sit amongst these ladies and gentlemen, to serve alongside with them, for me to represent the citizens of Plumas County. But my strong sense is that our county borders are somewhat going away, because we are all so united in addressing the same issues. And in Plumas County, we're dealing with the very same issues that are faced by these gentlemen in their counties: timber, mining, water. You know, in Plumas County Unified School District used to be one of the wealthiest school districts in the nation because of the timber. And it's gone. It's just gone, and the mining's gone. And now they're looking at your water, and that presentation earlier tonight was absolutely terrifying. But I think there's something they didn't count on, and it's this. Now, I'm a relatively new sheriff. Been in law enforcement for about 23, 24 years, but I've only been a sheriff for a couple years now. But I think I can pretty safely say that events like this, the coming together of sheriffs like this, is something that hasn't happened in the past. I know with the Tea Party movement and gatherings in my county that I've participated in, I remind them, you know, as bleak as things may look, as challenging as things are, this has not happened before. There is an awakening of a giant, and that is and they didn't count on that. They've been going along. Bruce mentioned earlier the travel management plan. What a benign sounding, innocuous label. And that is the measure of the insidiousness and the calculated efforts that have been underway for a long, long time. And I only became acutely aware of this, for example, the travel management plan just shortly after I took office. And I gained a little bit of notoriety on the internet, I guess, when I was sitting at my desk and the newspaper called me for an interview, and they said, well, what do you think of this travel management plan? And so I told them what I thought. Well, that interview kind of went viral on the internet, and my comment started off with, I think my comment started off with something like, I'll be damned if I'm going to enforce the travel management plan and criminalize the good folks of my county. Well, when that article came out and it went on the internet, and my very best friend, he's like my brother, he's my assistant sheriff, Gerald Hendrick. Now he and I worked together our entire law enforcement careers. He is an early morning person. I'm a late night person. So I'll stay at the office till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. He'll show up at 6 a.m. So between the two of us, we were there about 20, 30 hours a day. And so that thing hit the internet, and he called me at home. And he says, you got to get down here. Thought there was a problem. Maybe somebody escaped. We had a major crime. Well, our computer system was on the verge of, our server was on the verge of breaking down because of all the emails that were coming in. And then last month, I think it was, I had the opportunity to testify in front of a congressional subcommittee, and it's so nice to see so many of the people that I saw in Sacramento are here tonight. But I'll be damned if we're going to criminalize law-abiding citizens for doing nothing more than accessing public lands. And the support of all of my citizens in Plumas County and people now throughout the state and the sheriffs, it's very flattering and it's very humbling. But as I reflect on it, it's the measure of something that I find really alarming. Your public officials, your elected officials, either at the city, county, state, federal level, they should not be applauded, nor should they be celebrated for simply doing what you elected them to do. And the support is tremendous, and it strengthens our resolve, and it causes us to run faster and move these items further ahead, knowing that we have such an outpouring of support from our constituents. But you know, that oath that we took, we take it seriously and we mean it. And so many of our public officials, so many of our elected officials treat it as something of a convenience when it's, you know, appropriate. It's something that you have to subscribe to every day. Every issue, every day, all the time. It's non-negotiable. And as much as I appreciate the support, this should be the new base level for public service. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of the hard work, your dedication, coming out on an evening like this, spending the amount of time we've spent here educating ourselves, becoming acquainted with each other. In closing, I think the coming together of the counties is what will make the difference. When counties partner with one another, battling these agencies and these bureaucracies, when the federal government thinks they can take off Siskiyou County because they're broke, when they think they can take off Plumas County because Plumas County's broke, or Sierra County, or Lassen, or Modoc, or Tehama, Trinity, you name it, they're preying on us from an opportunistic standpoint. When we come together the way we have, and with Oregon now, it's crossing state borders. This is not what they'd planned on, and it's causing them to rethink. I'm absolutely honored to be here. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you.